Hey, good evening, guys. Dwayne. This is going to be a very quick recap of the one trade a day trades for today. Those trades are published, or these trades are published every morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. This is where you go to get your trade. You click, enter your password, there's your trade. Today for the S&P, November 12th, 2015, short below 2052. So let's make this an ES chart. We can see that this is the 12th. The trades are published at 10:30. So let's get an arrow. Why am I having a problem with my... There we go. Get that right? Yeah, okay. So 10:30. So you see the crosshair on my cursor, November 12th, 10:30. So it's at the beginning of this 30-minute candle, 10:30 Eastern. That's when the trade is published. Short below 2052. I'm going to drop a horizontal line at 2052. We bump it down one tick to 2051.75. Why? Because if we're going to be short below 2052, 2051.75 is the first place we can be short below 2052. The initial swing low is 2049. So from 2049 to 2051, that's 2 points. So this was 2.75. Make sure you follow me. The trade is short below 2052. So you sell 2051.75 on a stop. If you don't know what that is, contact us so we can explain it to you. Price drops to 2049. So the first move is 2.75 points. Now, important prices, important areas are almost always tested. On our second drop, we drop down to a low of 20.50 and a quarter. Okay, from 2051.75 to 20.50 and a quarter. So that's 1.5 points. Our goal is 8 ticks for the day, which we already got on the first trade. The next trade went 1.5 at 4 ticks profit. 1.5, by the way, that's 6 ticks. At 4 ticks profit, we move our stop to break even. At 5 ticks profit, we lock in 1. And at 6 ticks, I would suggest you lock in 4, because that's 50% of your daily production. It's up to you. And then on the third move down, we drop all the way to 20.38 and a quarter. So because I need to get done with this somewhat quickly, I'm going to go 2051.75. 2051.75 minus 20.38 and a quarter. And that's 13.5 points. 13.5 points times $50 per point per contract. Now, if you're truly after this for the one trade a day, you got it in your first trade. Your daily goal is to make $100 per contract per day. There it was, okay? But important prices, important areas are almost always tested, so you got a second attempt, second bite at the old apple, and then you got a third one, okay? All right, let's move on. Go to the Dow. Username. Password. $11.12. Short below 17,440. So let's make all this go away. Let's make this a Dow chart. And let's drop a horizontal line at 17,440. We got to drop it that one tick to 39. Okay. Now, where's the 1030 candle? 1030, 1030. It's the 1030 candle. Okay. Trigger. Here we drop down to 29. So that's a 10 tick drop. Here we drop down to 17,394. So 439 minus 394. 439 minus 394 equals 45 points. The Dow, we don't do ticks, we just do points. Okay. Okay. Now, $5 per point. You need 20 points to make the $100 per contract per day. Use an 8-tick hard stop. 4 ticks profit, we go to break even. 5 ticks, we lock in one, trail the balance. Now, this candle here dropped to 17,436. It went 3 ticks over the line. So what is that? That's an 8-tick hard stop. So 8-tick hard stop, 10 ticks profit, 45 ticks profit. Now, that's what the market made available. You're probably not going to get 45 points out of this trade. It's going to come back and stop you out with whatever you can take out of it, because you are going to trail your stop, and depending upon how aggressively you trail your stop. Now, this is one where you probably could have gotten out pretty close to 45. But again, you need 20 to be done for the day. Okay? I tell you, we're going to just move through these really quick. I got to learn to do this if I'm going to be able to give you a recap every night. CFRN. You can always email me with any questions you have. Okay? All right. So, on the Russell, long above 64, short below 58. Get rid of all drawing objects. Make this a Russell chart. Find the 1030 candle. Is that it? That's it. Okay. Short. Now I've explained in every video why there's a short and a long, just to make sure that you have a quality trade. Because even though I'm convinced the market's going shorter or going lower, what if it rallies? And if I'm convinced it's going higher, what if it drops? No matter how opinionated or biased I am, I've got to be able to put my ego in my back pocket and just do the work. I've got to do the math. That's fair to you. Okay? So we're going to short 1158 here. 1158. Now the Russell, so you see I'm at 57.9, one tick below 58. The Russell pays $100 a point. S&P pays 50 a point. Russell pays 100 a point. Okay, this initial drop goes to 55.9. So 57.9 to 55.9, that's 4 points. Or 4 points, or $400 available. Okay? 4 points or $400 available on that trade. Important prices, important areas are almost always tested. So we come back, we trigger again, we put in a swing low down at 1151.10. So I'm going to use my calculator to be quick. 57.9 minus 51.1. That's going to be 6.8 points. That's going to be 68 ticks. Or $680 per contract. That's what the market made available. Now, unless you're psychic or psychotic, I don't suspect you got out at the exact swing low. But when this baby started to pull back, either here or here, you got stopped out with profit. But remember, over here, you already picked up. If you got out at the swing low of this candle, $400 per contract, from 57.9 down to a swing low of 55.9. I'm sorry. The trigger was 57.9. The swing low was 55.9. My bad. It's 2 points or $200 per contract. Now I got to figure this one more time. That's what happens to get in a hurry. Short below 58. Got to put your line at 57.9. You trigger. The swing low is 55.9. That's exactly 2 points or $200 per contract available. Okay. The next one from 57.9 to 51.1. That's 6.8, 68 ticks, $10 per tick, $680 per contract. Okay. Sure glad I caught that error. Okay, let's go to goal. Username, password, log in. Long above 1090, short below 1079. Let's remove all drawing objects. GGCZ. Five. Let's go find our 1030 candle, which I think is going to be right there. Yes. Okay. And so The order of the day was to be short below 1079. Which means I got to drop it from, if 1079, I got to drop it one tick to 78.9. So in the first half hour, okay, this is the 1030 candle. In the first half hour, we dropped to a low of 77.3. 78.9 minus 77.3. That's 16 ticks, or $160 per contract. Important prices, important areas are almost always tested. The swing low here was 1077 exactly, so that's going to be 19 ticks, or $190 per contract. Okay, and price does this, and it comes back, and it triggers one last time. It goes from 78.9 down to 78.2. So that would be 7 ticks, or $70 per contract. 4 ticks profit, we take our stop to break even. 5 ticks, I like to see you lock in. 1 more tick to cover commissions. If you're looking for 10, 7 ticks, that's 70% of your entire daily production. I would recommend locking in 4. So you get stopped out with 4 ticks. Even if you miss these, that's 40% of your daily goal. Not bad. Okay, after goal comes Crude. Username, password, crude oil. November the 12th, long above 43.10, short below 41.60. Remove all drawing objects. Turn the chart into a crude chart. Okay. There we go. 1030 candle. Got to find that. Is that it? Oh. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Short below 41.60. That's going to be 41.60. So it's actually going to be 41.59. 41.59. Okay. All right. And then the long side was 43.10, which is not triggered today. Now, here's the issue with crude. Today we had crude oil inventories. I always recommend that you be flat during crude oil inventories. Here we trigger, we drop down to 41.54. That's a 5-tick move. At 4 ticks, your stop goes to break even. At 5, break even plus 1 is my recommendation, so that's a break even trade. Do we trigger here? Yeah, we do. Now, we use an 8-tick hard stop. So 59 plus 8 is going to be 67. What's the swing high? 74. So that's going to be an 8-tick hard stop. And then we trigger again, and we put in a swing low of 41.38. So 59 minus 38 equals 21 ticks, or $210 per contract. So does that give you an opportunity to pick up your $100 per contract per day? Gold does. Now remember, we're not out to make $100 per contract in every single market. Just one. That's all we need. If you're trading the 24/20 blueprint, it's designed to take you from one contract to 20 contracts over a period of 24 months. Okay? So, soybeans. On the 12th, let's take a look. Clear all drawing objects. ZSF, we're in January soybeans. Got to find our 1030 candle. If that was it. Nope, that's 10. 1030. Okay. And our numbers are 866 and 862. Here's 866 and here's 862. Got to bump it down one. Okay. So now this one doesn't count because it's before 1030. The first move down takes us to 60.50. So from 61.75 to 60.50, that's 5 ticks. Which basically equates to a break-even trade, unless you're being more aggressive. When there's 5 ticks with soybeans, you only need 12. They pay $12.50 per tick, so you only need 8 ticks, not 10, to make your $100 per contract per day. If you lock in 5, or you take 5, that's 75% of your daily volume. So worst case is you get out at break even plus 1. On the second trigger, we put in a swing low down at 80.59 and a quarter. Is that right? So let me do the calculator business. 861.75. 861.75 minus 859 and a quarter. Okay, what does that give me? Gives me 2.5 points. And what do we need in soybeans to make $100 per contract per day and be done? 2 points. So far, the S&P was a go, the Dow was a go, the Russell, gold, crude, soybeans. How about the euro? Let's find out. Long above 108.30, short below 107.30. Okay. Make all our drawing objects go away. Turn this into a 6E chart. Okay. Let's find our 1030 candle, which is right there. All right. So, long above 830, short below 730. 831, and then short below 730. That didn't happen. Swing high was 835. From 831 to 835, that's exactly 4 ticks. And what do? We move our stop to break even. So that's the story on the euro today. Break even. one more market, and we're done. And it's only taken 25 minutes. Still longer. I really want to get this down. I guess if I marked everything up ahead of time, that would be the ideal thing. All right. Bonds. Long above 152.28, short below 151.26. Remove drawing objects. Change the chart. ZBZ. We're trading December bonds. Let's go to our 1030 candle. Is that it? That is it. Okay. 152.28. Got to bump it up one tick. It's 29. On the short side, 151.26. No danger of that. And so we get a trigger, and we run up to 152.31. 29 to 31. Now, we pull back, because that's only 29 to 31. It's 2 ticks. We need 4 to get our stop to break even. So as we pull back to a low of 25. That's exactly 4 ticks. So that's going to give us a stop out. Okay, a 4-tick stop out, not 8. We risk 8 ticks on every market except bonds, because they pay 31.25 per tick. Bonds, we're looking for 4, we risk 4. Swing high, 153.06. So 29 to 32, there's 32 ticks to a point. So that'll be 3 plus 6. So this will be 9 ticks times 31.25 per tick. And then we get another trigger here. That takes us up to 153.03. And so that's going to be 6 ticks. Now, you have your goal for the day here. Okay? Probably don't get out at exactly 9. It backs up on you. Maybe it takes you out at 6. Your 6 comes back. Maybe it takes you out at 3 or 4. Okay? You had to overcome a stop out. I understand. 4 ticks. If you continue trading, not good. Other markets showed you some positive follow-through. You really need to focus on 1 trade a day. Once you have your goal for the day, you're done. Yes, you'll look back at most markets many days and you'll go, oh man, look at all the money I left on the table. Okay. Now, you see this over here, it looks like a real chop fest, but it's really not, because you're at 29 and you go up to 31. And then you come down to 27. So that's a 2-tick drawdown. It's not until way over here that you actually pull down. Even now, see the swing lows 26. So from 29 to 26, that's only 3 ticks. So you still haven't stopped out of the trade. Point is you don't need to be in the market right now, because you're done for the day. Okay? So, covered the S&P, awesome. Dow, awesome. Russell, awesome. Gold, crude, soybeans, euro, bonds. It was a wonderful day for the 1 trade a day. Thanks so much for tuning in. I did fairly good. 29 minutes. I'm going to get better. I'm going to have the charts all marked up tomorrow, so all I have to do is just read them to you. Okay? You have my word on it. That's the deal. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, hopefully in the live trading room.